Top crypto executives are willing to cooperate with legal authorities for better consumer protection. So the article was written by Ivan. We're going to be reviewing this article right here on CMC. Table of contents, we have proof of works, energy efficiency, argument against stablecoins, and more. Say, in a first US House of Representative Financial Services Committee, aired the case for cryptocurrencies from the top executives of 6 major crypto companies in the world. The objective of the execs was to lay out a case for the current regulatory scenario around cryptocurrency and request details on how to move forward. A myriad of issues were covered as the hearing lasted about 5 hours. Executives from FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, Circle, Jeremy Aller, Coinbase, Akahilz, Bitfury, Brian Peebles, Stellar, Daniela Dixon, and Paxos Charles Cascarilla. Then we have Theta was also summoned to the hearing, but as Brad Sherman highlighted, Theta didn't bother to show up at all. The hearing was conducted by Representative Maxine Waters. Several key issues about cryptocurrencies were highlighted by the representatives. So most importantly, the energy inefficiency of the proof of work POW based blockchain networks like BTC and ETH, the lack of clear regulatory framework around crypto, and the need of perhaps not anymore of a separate legal entity to regulate cryptocurrency. Follow along as we explore each in slightly more detail. Proof of work's energy efficiency. So perhaps one of the most persistent problems with the proof of work based blockchain network is its energy inefficiency. Process of mining consumes an incredible amount of energy, which was emphasized by Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. She noted that BTC mining consumed 121 terawatts a year, more electricity than what Argentine consumes. So this issue has been highlighted time and again by different entities. While it is unrealistic to imagine getting rid of crypto mining altogether, some crypto companies have offered to collaborate with the relevant authorities, as this one mentioned, in finding innovative solutions that can create a carbon neutral environment. So altogether, she emphasized on the need for research and constant discussions. Argument against stablecoins, we have here the second most pertinent issue that the regulators had with crypto was around stablecoins and how they work as a peg to the US dollar. For example, Cycle was previously come under scrutiny over the amount of their reserves for their USDC stablecoin, although they then released a report confirming their backing, one-to-one backing. Tether has come under much more scrutiny for its stablecoin peg, especially since they have never released a full audit, updated their website in March 2019 to note that their reserves could also include other assets like notes for loan payments. So while CEO Jeremy Aller did not speak directly in response to the overall worries about stablecoin reserves, he was sure to highlight the importance of the cryptocurrency in the broader ecosystem. Against crypto regulations, we have perhaps one of the most interesting points highlighted during the entire hearing was stick to the man vibe that Congressman Brad Sherman highlighted that the entire crypto industry reflects. So even though this moniker may not have been the perfect fit for the execs sitting in the hearing yesterday, Sherman highlighted another crucial point when he referenced the crypto industry's aim to rebel against the prevailing centers of authority, when according to Sherman, much of the crypto industry is actually as centralized as the big banks on Wall Street. So this is a crucial point not worth overlooking. There is a persistent argument that large financial institutions have access to large share of cryptocurrencies in their portfolio and can potentially upset the market as a result. While this argument is well founded, its implication isn't. The decentralized nature of the ecosystem creates a largely equal opportunity for everyone who wishes to participate. Naturally, the one with a larger pool of cash will have the affinity to buy a large um, volume of any crypto. So, crypto innovation and its overall impact. We have here one of the crucial questions that Congressman John Rose asked Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, was the overall impact that crypto has had on the US economy and how it has helped in its progression. So SBF promptly emphasized the number of jobs that have been created for the population in the US, along with massive number of people who are constantly being trained. The entire crypto industry has proven to be advantageous to every sector of the broader economy, especially the underbanked and undeserved sectors. This was a crucial point highlighted by the Congresswoman Sylvia Geshe, who also represent Latinos who lack fair access to financial services. To a point of concern around the cultural barriers that come in the way, SBF was prompt to respond with how it is irrelevant for the very nature of blockchain to be aware of an individual's culture or geography. This is true for all blockchain networks and applications that exist within the ecosystem. So you have cultural differences. It's not fundamental aspect to blockchain. However, the same cannot be applied to traditional financial system. The crypto legal framework. Perhaps one of the most interesting discussions was whether there was a need for a separate legal entity specifically for crypto. This were the entire panel of the crypto executives indirectly representing the industry were unanimously supportive of whatever action that was taken to facilitate consumer protection. So Brooks was quick to highlight that the current regulatory institutions are treating crypto differently to other assets and urged to recognize them for what they are. Upon their being asked about the volatility of crypto, Bitfury's CEO was quick enough to point out that the volatility of crypto is justified and similar to that of US equities markets. Discussion around the need for a new regulatory framework received a positive response from the crypto executives after the broad, vague, and non-specific crypto regulations in the latest infrastructure bill. The Execs, especially house of Coinbase, highlighted that the current attempts at regulating the industry were not aimed at understanding the nitty-gritty of how things work, especially around miners, stakers, and other stakeholders. This lack of specificity in legal literature was borne by the further lack of understanding of current legal systems of crypto. If, however, a new framework is created, then it will help navigate the intricacies of the industry, further align the law with the existing structures within the industry. On closing thoughts, so the hearing is a major step forward by regulators to better understand how the industry works and how well it can be regulated. The pertinent questions that were raised on both sides of the table shed light on the prevailing problems within the industry and how to work around it. It was clear that the crypto executives were extremely cooperative and welcoming of any legal framework that could be built that would aid in consumer protection. At the same time, they warned that the non-specific legal literature that has been the prevailing trend up to now would only create more problems for the entire industry. So guys, that's all we have on CMC Alexandria, even CryptoNet. That's the article right there. We hope you find this helpful. We hope you find it informative. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. We'll try and bring you guys more news updates. Stay blessed, guys. Back keys.